Hi, welcome to Meet the Artist. This program is brought to you by Hedberg Public Library and JATV Media Services. I'm your host, Kelly Hausknecht. Meet the Artist features various local artists whose work will be on display in monthly exhibits at Hedberg Public Library. Together we are sharing our passion for art and life. In the studio today, we have the very talented Judy Hatlen, our featured artist for the month of December. Welcome to the studio, Judy.
Thank you.
Let's start with your artistic journey. The beginning. Who encouraged you? Who saw your art skills and boosted your self-confidence?
Oh, wow. Well, when I was about 3, my mother showed me how to draw stick people. And I was addicted from then on. I started drawing them in different positions, and then I started adding facial features and hair and clothes, and then I started using them to tell stories and illustrations. And I just kept building on it. And my mom's not an artist, but I credit her with starting me out.
Oh, wow.
And so my parents, especially my mom, always said, well, she's going to be an artist when she grows up. This is our little artist. And that's basically, unless I was outside, which was my favorite place to be, I was always, all I wanted to do was draw pictures. Oh. Yeah.
So right from the start.
Right from the start.
That's great you had her living with you and encouraging you.
Well, that's my mom, so yeah.
Right.
She had to take care of me. She had to live with me.
I had my grandma.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So,
tell us about an early piece that you created and why that was special.
I remember they had the Wisconsin Regional Artist Program,
Uh-huh.
And that's pretty much all adults. And I started participating in that when I was a teenager. I think I was probably the only teenager there.
Right.
Yeah. And I remember one of the pieces that I brought with me, it was a silkscreen that I did in high school in class. And it was a silhouette of a woman like flying through the sky with some kind of rainbow. I can't even remember what it looked like anymore, but it was kind of like that. And this was during the 70s, so you're thinking hippie, kind of that kind of thing. Uh-huh. And I never won any prizes. I mean, I don't know that I even really thought I would. They'd critique our art and stuff like that.
Where have you studied art, or are you more self-taught?
I actually, I went to UW-Whitewater. I majored in art and art education. And I learned some stuff from those people, the teachers there. But I've done a lot of, learning on my own. So probably more self-taught than anything else.
There's so many opportunities
I know.
For art classes and workshops.
Yeah, but no. After college, no, I just, before the internet, read books, get some ideas from there.
Do you have any artist friends that you share information with?
I have some artist friends, but we do really different kinds of things.
Uh-huh.
So we talk about shows, we talk about art fairs, we talk about stuff like that.
I find that helpful.
Yeah, we
Sometimes
do.
my friends can be really honest,
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
I might not like what I hear, but then I think about it and I realize they're right, and I'm glad they told me.
Yeah. Well, sometime if I'm working on a painting, I haven't done this for a while, but if I get to a point where you know how you get to a point when you think you might be done, but you're not sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will take a picture of it with my cell phone and I'll send it to, usually it's my daughters I send it to. They all are artists too, they don't make a living that way, but they've all inherited. So, yeah.
Oh, that's great. I have artists in my family too, and that can be really helpful.
Yeah, usually it's my daughters I send them to.
And then being a member of the Art League, the Janesville Art League.
Yeah.
You'll find with your show here at the Hedberg Public Library, since you're going to have so many paintings, almost 30,
29.
that you'll get a lot of input from people. They'll see the show and they'll ask you questions.
Yeah.
Who has inspired you as an artist? Either someone you know or someone famous?
Well, there aren't any here, but quite a few of my paintings, or digital paintings too, are like close-ups of wildflowers. So even though mine are very different from those of Georgia O'Keeffe, I would say that probably, she's had some influence on me. And, I do the wildlife things too, and I really like the work of Owen Grum. And, he's from Wisconsin. He's passed on a long time ago now, but he was like really a very, very authentic wildlife artist, because he would, have a photography blind and he'd sit out and he would get pictures that he would work from. Or he was also a taxidermist, and he would have, animals that he mounted that in the studio that he would work from, and I try to work from my own photos, but I don't go that far, as far as the photography blind or the taxidermy stuff in my house,
When it comes to birds, I know people that go to Who's Woods in Milton, where they have all these birds for rehabilitation, birds of prey, and they allow artists to take photographs of these birds close up. In fact, they even bring the birds like to the libraries, a live bird. Once they had this big white, a big white owl, and it's just another one of the great things they have at libraries for people to enjoy.
That's cool, yeah. Well, another one of I have a series of owl pictures.
Oh, you do?
I don't have any here, but I do. And it came from just a fascination with owls. They have a lot of superstition and folklore that is attached to them because they're nocturnal, and just because of the way they look with their big eyes, and so that just kind of drew me, and
And they're beautiful.
And they are, but see, the owls though, I mean, my owl paintings, my owl drawings, for the owl themselves, I've always had to get a photo reference, because I've never seen an owl in the wild except for one time.
Right.
But the background is always something from my experience, something from a photo I took. So.
Well, I hope you get to see some of these owls up close in person.
I would love to.
That would be helpful.
I've even walked in the woods at night with my friend hoping to see an owl, and they don't come out. So.
What is your favorite medium and why?
Well, I have 3 that I work in, and I guess you would say that they're all kind of equal. The one that's next to you over there of the deer, that's a pencil drawing combined with a digital photograph. And so I do the pencil drawing, and I layer it in Photoshop with a digital photograph. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So, and once I did a demonstration for the Art League too, so some of them, if they're watching this, they might remember that and remember how I said it was done. But yeah, it's that's one of the ones I do though. And I don't know how I got that idea. I like the contrast of the black and white along with the color. That's one of the reasons I do it that way.
And it is with the black and white. It's like a photograph,
kind
But then you add the color, the oranges, and
Right.
it's like a painting.
Kind of, yeah.
Almost like a collage can sometimes be photograph
Mm-hmm.
and painting combined.
Right. And then acrylic painting. Now, the one that I have right here, the butterfly, that 11 by 14 one on the stretch canvas. Acrylic is my medium. I really like oil better, but I hate waiting for it to dry.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, all my paintings.
How long does it take to dry?
I don't know, forever, years. I don't know. It feels like it, but I don't work in oil, so I don't know anymore. You know.
When I have worked in oil, I would thin it out and then pour it on the canvas, almost like a watercolor. Then it dries quick. Like the next day, it's dry.
Yeah.
But when you get thicker with thicker applications, you're right. It can take weeks.
Yeah, it can take a long
before you
time.
can go back at it. Otherwise, it gets muddy and brown.
Right. And then the other one, the one that I'm leaning more toward now, is digital painting. This was painted in Adobe Photoshop using the brush tools.
Ah.
And the one down on the floor of the petunias with hummingbirds, that was painted on Adobe Photoshop using the brush tools.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
I thought it was just acrylic.
oh no.
Oh, okay.
So and I've started leaning more toward that because I told you that my big dream for a long time has been to have my art in healthcare settings, right? Because research shows that a person's surroundings, including the things on the wall that they see, can either have a positive or a negative effect on their mental health, which actually also affects their physical health. And I don't even remember how I got interested in that. But when I do my artwork, my main thing is to evoke a sense of peace. For people to have a sense of peace when they look at it, and that's one of the things that's needed, in a healthcare setting. Peace, joy, that kind of thing. So anyway, along those lines, I just recently, in October, sold 13, they were like 36 by 28 prints on canvas to Stoughton Health for their, they had a new addition that they were building, and they have one in each of 13 treatment rooms. And now, the kind, the size they needed was like big, 36 by 28 or even bigger. And so the only way to get them all uniform, is to have them be, printed, not the originals, because one of the ones I have of mine is a print of that butterfly.
Okay, right here, this one.
And
okay.
that print is 36 or like 36 by 28, So anyway, to be able to print something that size from something that size, I had to put it in Adobe Photoshop, and I had to blow it up, and I had to touch it up because you'd realize how
right.
all the different irregularities in the paint surface and things would show up that they don't show up in the original,
So you can't just blow it up and voila, it's done.
Oh no.
You have to touch it up.
Oh no. And I'd been talking to Stoughton Health for probably since 2022 because I had taken my mother to the emergency room.
Oh.
And I noticed that there wasn't art on the walls, and the first thing I said, I was talking to the people about that, and I showed them my website, and they were really excited about it. So they gave me the contact person, and so I called her, and she liked my work. But then it was kind of a long process because, they were building this addition, and so that was going to take a while. And, she would say, well, check back with me, follow up in this, like this many months or this time next year, whatever it was. So I'd always follow up. I mean, so I kind of took that, you know, it was, and in the meantime, I talked to a art consultant, and she, you know, she knew what my goals were. And she said that, and on my website, I had only offered like 16 by 20 size prints on my website. She said 16 by 20 might not be big enough. And she told me a lot of other things too, but that was one of the things she told me. So right away, I got busy, and I started making them all so that they could be enlarged to 36 by 28, you know, either this way or this way, and still look good. And that took days and hours.
When you say look good, the quality?
The quality.
After having it enlarged.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah, and it's not a matter of being pixelated either. It's a matter of that, you know, you paint something and, you know, you enlarge it and the strokes spread out, or, you know, there's a big lump of paint that you don't see on the smaller one, but here it is, smack dab in the middle of the big, you know what I mean?
Yes.
There's stuff that you don't want to be part of that, you know?
Sure.
And so, so anyway, because, and the other thing I found out is that places like that, they generally don't buy originals because they have to buy a lot of them, and originals are more expensive than prints, you know, and so they have a budget, you know. And so because I know that it's prints they're going to be wanting to buy, I started doing a lot of my work digitally to start with. Okay.
Smart.
Well, you know, I think so, you know. The hummingbird one down there is one of the ones that they have in one of the treatment rooms at Stoughton Health.
Oh, it's beautiful. The flowers are large, the sky, I love the blues, I'm partial to blues, and then all the leaves, it's almost like a puzzle. So it's just gorgeous. There's a lot happening. You see the one hummingbird sitting in the flowers, and then the other one's in the sky. There's a lot happening, and yet it gives you a calm feeling. You know, it is relaxing. It's the kind of thing that makes you feel good just to be part of it. You know, you're able to enjoy it. I understand your motivation for making artwork that is calming and peaceful for settings such as hospitals. Because when I had surgery at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, I went alone and I was nervous. It was just a couple years ago. It was so nice when I saw this painting by a local artist, these little flowers popping out of the snow, and I saw her name and I thought, I know her. She's my friend. She's a fellow artist. I felt like I wasn't alone, and it was a very positive, hopeful painting. You know, I mean, if these little flowers can pop out of the snow, if they can make it, these perennials, then I can make it, you know, through my surgery. And it is so important to have beautiful artwork in a setting like a hospital.
I think so. Yeah.
So I'm so glad you're making artwork like that.
Thank you.
It's a way that an artist can be supportive and helpful in the community.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
What advice would you give to other artists?
Follow your heart. Don't follow trends. And do all you can to develop your technique, your skill. And yeah, when I was talking to that consultant, one of the questions I had asked her was, maybe I should do abstract art, because that seems to be what everybody wants. And she said, don't do it. Don't follow a trend. So, and it's not my thing anyway, so. You know,
That was good advice,
it was good advice.
to be true to yourself and
true to-
follow your own path.
Yeah, follow your heart. Yeah.
I was impressed too when you said how, like with the hospital, how you talked to them in advance of them having their audition. And
Well, I didn't even know there was going to be an audition. You know, I just knew that I wanted to get my art into healthcare settings. I knew they didn't have anything on their walls, and I was there, and my website was on my phone, and so what the heck, you know?
and having art shows like you are at the Hedberg Public Library with 29 paintings for December is one way of connecting with the community, making new friends, getting information in regards to your paintings, making more connections. So it's educational, it's stimulating, and it's a way of becoming more and more successive. Just this interview is going to make a big difference.
Well, that'd be cool. I like that very much.
Definitely. Tell me about your past exhibits.
Well, I exhibited here at Hedberg just a few years ago now, but I didn't have nearly as many pieces of art up. And in 2024, in February, I had an exhibit at the UW Health up on Highland Street in Madison.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that one I had 50 pieces there. Sold about 11 of them.
Excellent.
Yeah. That was really encouraging.
Uh-huh. And we don't even know how many people see our art when we have an art show. I mean, there's so many that see it. And then maybe they go home and they look us up on Facebook, or they see us at another show and another show. Sometimes I've had friends go to my shows and they'll take a picture of themselves next to my painting. Like, hey, I found your artwork at this restaurant. I didn't even know you were here.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
How excited are you about this show?
I'm excited about it. You know, I'm really glad to be able to have it, you know, exhibited where a lot of people are going to be in and out, you know, and see it. And
I bet it was a lot of work.
well, yeah, I mean, all this is a result of years of work. You know, I mean.
And I'm sure your daughters are excited for you too.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Do they show their artwork like you do?
No, because that's not what their professions are.
Oh, okay.
You know, they don't always have time to pursue it.
We're lucky that we
Yeah.
have more time.
I'm retired. Yeah.
It makes a difference, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that gives me time.
Yes. Well, thank you, Judy, for visiting with us today and giving us a sneak peek of your art. It's been fun getting to know you, your passion, and your beautiful art. We invite the public to come visit the library this month to check out Judy's display. And if you'd like to learn more about Judy and her beautiful artwork, you can find her information displayed on your screen. Thank you for joining me today. Please check out this program on JATV Media Services, Charter Cable Channel 994. You can also find it on JATV's YouTube channel. I'm your host, Kelly Hausknecht. I'll see you next time on Meet the Artist.